Surround yourself with uplifting people. Break up with your sorrows. Don't waste your time, leave your struggles behind and smile. It's your best makeup.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our last episode of Season 1, Songs of My Life. My name is Luana Sandoval, and today we're talking about co-writing and songwriting. And please welcome my guest, Deborah Bishop.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, so tell me about your songwriting journey.
Oh gosh, that's a long journey. The songwriting journey, you know, I started music when I was 4, I think. And I won Best Original Composition, my very first songwriting award when I was 5. And that was across Canada. I'm originally from Canada. And it was for original composition, so it was kind of a big deal. But I really didn't start writing lyrics and all of that for a ways until I was probably about 18 or so. And then I kind of went, I think I can do that, because I wrote poetry. At that point, I had written a couple of plays that had been produced and stuff, so I think I can do music. And that's when I just sort of started writing. And writing for me has always been kind of this stream of consciousness, you know, so it's based on just feelings and emotions, and it kind of reflects in the story. And so when I first started writing lyrics in particular, it was often, I had a co-writer that I worked with on and off for years. We still write together. And he would lay the music down, and the music would talk to me, and I would just start telling the story, you know. And now I've sort of graduated and grown, so I do the music and I do the lyrics, but it's still that same experience of writing from emotion and writing from what's kind of going on. Most of my writing for my material is very personal, but in being very personal and being very vulnerable and being very transparent and being willing to just throw it all out there and be really raw, it's extremely universal, which I find interesting.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
The song you're going to perform today, what inspired you to write it? What's the story behind the song?
Well, the story was actually inspired by my divorce. So,
okay.
Yay, happy times. And it is a very moody song. However, as is my way, there's also a message in it. So it's kind of dark and moody, because going through a divorce is a dark and moody kind of situation. And there's a lot of pain. And you know, there's a line in there, you know, picking up the pieces and throwing it away, and it's not fair, and it isn't fair. And it's very real for me. But there's also this place of like, I'm not going to stay here, and I'm going to be okay, and I will move on. I will carry on. And that was also very much kind of an anthem for me. So in a lot of ways, it was my therapy. And I play it on occasion at different gigs, and I let people know, you know, because there's all these beautiful songs about love and being in love, and then there's these really interesting, like really heart-wrenching stories about, you know, not being able to think of life without them, you know. And this is kind of a hybrid, because it's heart-wrenching, but I can still think of life without you, right?
That's wonderful. What's the name of the song?
The song is called The Road to Nowhere.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy The Road to Nowhere, performed by and written by Deborah Bishop.
The wind it blows, the rain it falls, the clouds they gather till there's no light at all, and it's cold here out on this road to nowhere. The endless nights and breathless days, picking up the pieces and throwing them away. before the road to nowhere. But time moves on, days go by, and I am strong. I will survive. No, I won't live here out on this road to nowhere. But every time I turn around, there's always something that I see, reminding me of what was here before the road to nowhere. As every time I turn around, there's always something that I see, reminding me of what was here before you chose the road to nowhere. And I'm not gonna stay here. This road is going nowhere. It's nowhere. It's nowhere. It's nowhere. It's nowhere.
That was so wonderful, so
Thank you.
beautiful, very touching, and
Thank you.
it's helping so many people out there.
I hope so.
Yes.
People seem to respond well to it. I've had quite a few
Yeah.
people come up and go, yeah, that really is how I felt. Thank you. So that's very rewarding, you know, to be able to know that you touch other people and to have them let you know that, yeah, I felt that, I experienced that. It was nice to be able to just release it with
Yeah.
that music, you know. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Shall we write a song together?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We're gonna have a little break, and make sure you come back, because Deborah and we never wrote a song together, but we'll do it right here for the first time on the spot. And yeah, this will be exciting.
Or crazy.
So, okay. Welcome back to Songs of My Life. And I was thinking of, I went to New York in September for 2 weeks, and I met Sue Phillips. She has a fragrance boutique at Madison Avenue. She's originally from South Africa, and she has this, she gave me this beautiful fragrance as a gift, and it smells like, literally like heaven, if you want to smell it. It's wonderful. And then when we first met, she introduced me to all of her fragrance, all of her scents. She has 18 scents, and she said, "Oh, you're so wonderful and so uplifting. You must have been sent from heaven." And I was like, "Wow, okay, that's really cool. I could write something about it, about this fragrance here and being sent from heaven." And then this idea popped up, and I came up with some lines here. I have my notebook here, and oh. You have one too.
Yes, I have one too.
This is yours, your
Yes.
songwriting book.
Yes.
This is mine. And I came up with a title, well, it's obviously Sent from Heaven. And then also when I sang my Christian song in church, somebody from the audience came to me and said, I felt like I was touching the edges of heaven. And those lines stuck with me, and I was like, I have to write something about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's
So
do it. Yeah.
let's do it. So my question would be this, because we need to, it's sort of following the theme. Is it a love song of sorts?
I would say it's more like in a spiritual way,
Mm-hmm.
spiritual love song,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily between two people, but more like being in love with life and your surroundings, and
Okay.
senses, like being able to smell, because so many people lost their sense of smell because of COVID. And Sue also, she's on a mission. She can help people to get their sense of smell back through her fragrance. She already helped about 100 people.
Nice.
All right, let's spray some. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
So you have some different ideas. Let me see your ideas.
Yeah, okay.
Sent from heaven, that's what you said, like a miracle that you were looking for. I felt like I was touching the edges of heaven. So how about, instead of I felt, how about I feel like I'm touching the edges of heaven?
Oh, yeah.
So that's an interesting
Yes.
first line, you know.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I'm touching the edges of heaven. Lifting me up, the scent from heaven, lifting me up.
Lifting me up or giving me comfort.
The scent from heaven, lifting me up, or is it, or giving you comfort? The scent from heaven, because I'm sort of like lifting me up, overflowing my cup, you know, filling my senses. It's like there's a lot to go with the.
From heaven is giving me wings, like a miracle my heart sings, smelling sweeter than anything I've known. The scent from heaven is calling me home. Yeah, let's cut out the ever, otherwise it's too long. Okay, we have something. Okay, let's name this Scent from Heaven Chorus. So we have a reference. From heaven, chorus. Wonderful. Okay, we need verse 2, and I can also hear a key change. Usually.
I can, depending on the movement, I was just writing the stardust dances across the sky.
Verse 2.
I don't know. Stardust dances across the sky, because I'm touching the edges of heaven. Stardust dances across the sky.
Yeah. So we can basically, like with flying around, like when you spray the fragrance. It's like flying around it, like the drops. So we can start from the top, like we're in heaven, and then we're stardust. We're walking there, and we're going lower, and we're landing on earth, and
are not exact rhymes, but they have that dice, flight, so it works. Exactly. And canyons, and all hatred is abandoned. Same thing, canyon, abandoned.
Yeah.
So that
it works.
it works.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So the fragrance of peace rains down, all hatred is abandoned.
Okay.
Or all
What
hatred
was that?
abandoned. Laughter echoes.
Oh, okay.
Laughter echoes across the canyons, or laughter echoes across canyons. It doesn't have to have a "the." It just depends on the music.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
Heaven.
Sent from love, sent from heaven, from above. Sent from heaven,
Sent from heaven.
sent from love.
Sent from love.
And
Yeah.
from there, that's like, it is a question answer, but that could even be a bridge right in the middle.
Yeah.
And then it comes back to, and the angels are singing, and the air smells so sweet, petals of roses beneath our feet. The scent from heaven is giving us wings like a miracle, our heart sings.
Yeah.
Sweeter than anything we've known. The scent from heaven is calling us home.
Just with in another key.
Sure.
Yeah.
We can do a key change there.
Key
All right.
Key change after the bridge. Okay.
Key change after the
Key
bridge.
change.
And I mean, you can vamp out. This be huge and massive, and vamp out any way you want.
Yeah.
You know,
That's exciting.
full gospel choir.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, and be dancing in the aisles, going, hallelujah.
Like Madonna's famous song, Like a Prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So we have a guideline for the lyrics. Now it's time to write the music. on
Yeah,
the
it
keyboard.
is. roses beneath our feet.
The sand from heaven is giving me wings. Like a miracle, my heart sings. Smelling sweeter than anything I've known. The sand from heaven is calling me home.
So all hatred is abandoned, and the angels are singing, and the air smells so sweet. Petals of roses beneath our feet.
The sand from heaven is giving me wings. Like a miracle, my heart sings. Sailing sweeter than anything I've known. The sand from heaven is calling me home.
So here we are after our writing session. How do you feel?
I am impressed with both of us. We actually did that, and to everybody watching, we actually did that. Was live. What you think you saw, you saw. We were figuring this out. We're still figuring it out, but I think we're going to try and perform it. Right?
Let's do it. Okay.
All right. Sent from heaven.
Sand from heaven.
I'm touching the edges of heaven, walking through paradise. All my sorrows are leaving, my soul is taking flight, and the angels are singing, and the air smells so sweet. Petals of roses beneath my feet.
The sand from heaven is giving me wings. Like a miracle, my heart sings. Smelling sweeter than anything I've known. The sand from heaven is calling me home.
Stardust dances across the sky, and laughter echoes through the canyons. The fragrance of peace
beneath our feet. The sand from heaven is giving us wings. Like a miracle, our heart sings, smelling sweeter than anything we've known. The sand from heaven is calling us home. Sand from heaven,
From above,
sand from heaven,
sand from love.
sand from heaven,
From above,
sand from heaven, sand from heaven.
sand from love.
And the angels are singing, and the air smells so sweet. Petals of roses beneath our feet. The sand from heaven is giving us wings. Like a miracle, our heart sings, smelling sweeter than anything we've known. The sand from heaven,
Sand from heaven.
the sand from heaven is calling us home.
Okay, welcome back to the show, and thank you so much for tuning in to all the episodes. It's our last episode of season 1, but it doesn't mean that the show will stop. I'm planning on continuing this show. And if you want to find out more about Deborah Bishop, where can people find you?
They can go to my website. That's the best place. It is welcometobishopworld.com, because it is kind of a world. I have various things there, my music, my art, my teachings, things of that nature. So it's an experience.
That's wonderful. And if you have any questions regarding songwriting, you can send an email to info@luanasandoval.com. Thank you again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next season. Yeah, bye.
Find the joy, find the joy.